Hey guys, Alicia here. In this video, I just want to take a few minutes to cover some important details about the basics of the analytics terminology and some nuances that are important for you to understand that you may not often hear talked about. Okay, first of all, I want to talk about users. Users actually, you may or may not remember, used to be called unique visitors, and they changed it to users to more accurately reflect the fact that this is users as in different people to the extent to which Google Analytics is able to track it. And there are things, for example, if they're on different devices or if they've deleted their cookies, there are some things that users can do to make it look like they're different people, but they're actually the same person, especially being on different devices or different browsers. Okay, sorry, I had to refer to my, okay, can I just say that I've got my serious Google Analytics encyclopedia. Well, it's called Google Analytics Breakthrough, but I've got my serious book here. I got it out so that I can give you the details. And they say different browsers, different devices, incognito sessions, or cookie deletion. There you go. I was trying to read trying to memorize the list. I'm going to read it to you instead. Okay, but those are all different ways that someone, say I'm on my phone and I'm browsing my friend's blog, but then later I'm on my desktop, or if I'm working, which I use in my other browser, and then for some reason I forget to switch browsers, and then I'm like, oh, what was that thing they said in that blog about something? And I click over and open it. So there are some things that you can do with cross-device tracking on your site to try to help analytics identify those people. But just keep in mind, users is probably not quite the same as actual unique people. Now, what's useful is that with a lot of these stats that I'm going to talk about where there are some misconceptions about what they exactly mean, it is always still very useful to compare. For example, if you're in your source tracking reports and you're looking at Pinterest versus Facebook and how many users, you can look at those numbers relative to each other and say, oh, I got twice as many users from Pinterest than from Facebook. That is true. But just be aware when it comes to concrete reality, 1,109 users like I have here is probably not actually 1,109 people, but it is an indication there was probably around 1,000 people. And then a large percentage of them in this case were new. Okay, so the next thing is sessions. Super interesting. I was dialing into was reading about this to help you all, and I learned some interesting things. Sessions is defined as a period of user activity not interrupted by more than 30 minutes. And so to explain this, they give some examples of where, say somebody's on your site, they start reading a blog, they get a phone call, or that was their example. The book says they got a phone call. For me and you, they probably got interrupted by their child. They probably had to go change a diaper, right? Change a diaper. And so they come back, say 15 minutes later, and then they finish reading and they click on the next one. Well, that's all within one session. But if it's more than 30 minutes, so say you really get interrupted and then you come back to your computer and you start reading again in 40 minutes, that's going to be a new session. A session is defined as being less than 30 minutes. Another interesting thing about sessions is that they end at midnight. So if somebody's on your site at 11:55 reading something and they don't click until, well, I guess 11:58. I don't know. If, whatever they don't click, and then when they do something again at 12:01, if they're up at midnight, at the right time zone where it falls, then the session is defined as by day, how many sessions that day. So they could have a long session or a session at midnight that is counts as a session today and counts as a session tomorrow. And that too, I just think some of these things, it's just really, I just want to point out some details for all of us so that we can really, I think learning that just makes me more confident in the data. I know sometimes we have these questions about average session duration, how do they know that? I guess they just do. Is it really 30 seconds? Well, that's the next thing. Wait, is it the next thing? No, next thing is bounce rate. Okay. But I was saying I think this is really important for us to know. I think it gives you more confidence in your data, and really just knowing some of these things, what really matters is how these numbers compare to each other. Anyways, bounce rate is actually best defined. We think of it as like they only saw one page and they left. It's actually a single hit session. And this is the beginning of me preaching to you about the value of doing event tracking, which I am brushing up on, and I will be having some videos and playing with that even more myself in this context to help us to all work on that. But single hit session. So if somebody, like I've got a vlog, right? So this is going to be really applicable to me with video. I know more and more of you are doing video, and I'm so proud. Video, especially those of you that want to teach other people. You've got blogs where you've figured out that you want to teach people to be crafty, or to coach, or to whatever, to do the different things, or to make soap. The things that you want to teach other people to do, incorporating some video is awesome. Talk to me. We can like each other on YouTube and be like video vlog mom buddies. Anyways, wait, I should make a thing. Vlog mom? Wait, I'm trying to think of hashtag. Vlog mom. Alright, that's gonna be a hashtag. Anyways, videos. If you've got videos on your pages, you should really think about this and reach out to me. Comment below if you're like, yes, tell me how to do event tracking. Event tracking, please. If a bunch of you vote for that, I will bump it to the top of my list, but I'm gonna get there. Anyways, event tracking, this is why this is gonna be important, because it might look to you like people only viewed one page, but maybe they were really interested in your blog post, you were explaining how to do something, you had a video, they watched most of the video, then they got interrupted and left. Well, analytics is gonna show you that that was like 0 seconds, like didn't do anything. But if you add event tracking is where, like, if they click on an affiliate link, if they click on to start watching a video, if they click the submit button on your email, like anything where they're clicking and they're engaging, you can track those things. It's called a hit. It's like an action. And so as soon as you have multiple hits, which can totally be on a page, especially now that we're on our phones and we're just scrolling, right? We're just scrolling, and eventually we might get to the bottom and click to read another post, and that's why you see a lot of 1 or 2 pages. They read one or they read a second page. So anyways, it's both for number of pages in a session and for page duration. If there's just one hit, analytics doesn't count anything after that. So if they read it for 30 seconds and leave, it counts as 0 seconds, and it actually throws off your understanding of how long they were on your site. But if they read and then they click and they watch a video, then you know that they watched the video, and so you know that they did something on the page, and it won't count against your bounce rate. Your bounce rate will go down as you implement event tracking. Yeah, and you'll want to watch like event. If you implement a bunch of event tracking, then you'll want to watch how you don't compare your bounce rate before your event tracking to after, unless you're saying, yes, I decreased it. But if you're saying my bounce rate for Pinterest and Facebook were this, compare them to each other before you add event tracking and after. Anyways, apples to apples. But the point is, if you add event tracking to these different things, then you'll know that they clicked and watched the video, and that giving it that extra hit will give analytics the ability to more accurately tell you how long they were on your site. And then if they really bounced, which is a single hit, which really, like, bounce is supposed to be, they came to your site, like, didn't do anything besides view that page and left. But if you have a bunch of stuff on a long scrolling page, which you should on a phone, that they can do, but you're not tracking any of it, then you're really not taking near as much advantage as you could of the ability to assess how successful you're being in, like, reaching and getting people to engage, all these people that come from Pinterest and potentially just read your one blog post. Or are they just reading your post? Or are they also clicking on affiliate links? Are they also clicking to watch a video? You know, are they viewing more than one page? Obviously, you can already see that. But, okay, so that's bounce rate, which I got so excited. Like, I love analytics and reports, but as I've been dialing into, hey, like, this thing that I love that I do for work, how could I help some other mom friends on the side do this to help them with their business? There are some things like that that are just so cool. It's amazing to me how much there is where you unfortunately you do have to do some extra setup in your analytics account. Like there's understanding your analytics and what's in there now, but then there's so much where you have to set up a few things, which I'm here for you. I'm going to show you how to do it. There are going to be lots of videos how to do it. And then you can do those things, and then you will have that much more intelligence and information about the success toward your goals, the successfulness toward your goals of your activity, and then your ability to maximize that 10 hours a week or whatever it is that you're plugging away at your business to be able to do the right activities and know for your definition of success how well your activity is doing toward your business strategy, like what you're trying to accomplish. Okay, yeah. Pages per session, average session duration. So the last thing I already said was just to emphasize that the user engagement after the last hit is not calculated. So if they view 2 pages, if they view a page, they view a third page, and they read for a while, there's a timestamp when they came to your page, viewed the second page. When they view that third page, that timestamp is all you get. And so say they took 2 minutes to read 2 pages, and then that third was really interesting, and they watched a video, and they read, and then they clicked on an affiliate link. You will only get a timestamp for the 2 minutes, and say they actually were on for like another 4 minutes, you won't know 6 minutes, you only know 2 minutes. So it'll be longer than you thought it was. But if you have event tracking for as many, not too many things, but we're not worried about too many at this point. We're worried about adding some events, right? If you add some event tracking to the strategic things you want people to be clicking on, and you measure that engagement, not only are you going to get the fact that they did those things, and this is why, yes, you can see in your account, your affiliate, account, that you got some affiliate clicks. You can see that, and you can see, in your email account if you got some subscriptions. But another value for putting the event tracking in is that not only do you see specifically which pages, which kind of user data, who were the people that did those things, but it also gives you more accurate information about how many pages people are viewing, how long they're on your site, and across all the different topics and sources and types of people, of all those people, who were the people who were on your site longer, who were engaging. I'm getting so excited about this. Okay, that's enough for this video. This video is just about terminology. I think that was the last one. Those are the main ones that I wanted to just explain as I was reading about some of the details, and encourage you to be excited about event tracking and setting up goals. We're going to get to that, and that's going to help you. But even now, just know what bounce rate is, and be encouraged that it's not necessarily good or bad. If they view one page and it looks like high bounce rate, but they subscribe to your email list because they liked it, but they didn't have time to read, and they're like, oh, I'm going to come back. Yeah, I want her to send me what she's doing. Or I want that freebie that was about this one topic. You could be really successful and have a high bounce rate. It really just depends on your goals and what's happening, and how well you can judge that without adding extra analytics depends on, if you want a certain number of new email subscribers and you're getting that per week, then that's great. You're already at a certain point where you can gauge a certain amount of like, what I'm doing is getting me to where I want, incrementally at this, per week. All right. That's enough for this video. I hope that really cleared up some analytics terminology through all these videos. My goal is to help analytics, just to demystify it for you and to make it seem less scary. So if this is helpful and you want to know when my next video comes out, please subscribe below on YouTube. It helps me so much. And as soon as I get my email going, I will add those links below as well. Feel free to pop over to my blog and say hi, or find me on social. Until next time, I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you for watching.